Binge.
Hey everyone, welcome back for a brand new video about the show that's going from whispers to screams, The Walking Dead. Warning, beyond this point there are spoilers for people who are not up to date on The Walking Dead television show and comic series. In this video we're going to give you our binge breakdown of the trailer for the Whisperer-focused 10th episode of The Walking Dead's 9th season called Omega. We're also going to examine the episode synopses for the rest of the season that have just been released online and try to figure out what's coming next for our favorite survivors. First, we'd like to talk about a contest we have going where one lucky subscriber will win this autographed picture of Herschel actor Scott Wilson talking to the FX legend Greg Nicotero. You can ensure your entry to the contest with the link and instructions in the video description below. The contest is running until the end of the month, but please get your entry in and support our channel as soon as you can. Now let's dive right into the promo trailer for the episode airing Sunday. The first shot matches one of the sneak peeks that AMC has released and shows a search party out looking for Luke and Alden. This shot shows Tara, Connie, Yumiko, Kelly, and Marco all in the group, and from the sneak peek we know Magna and Hilltop OG Cal are with them as well. Tara is leading the group and seems spooked out and paranoid. Are there actually whisperers watching them? The following shot takes us back to Daryl in the prison with Lydia as he continues to try to get the truth out of her. Lydia says the hilltop will fall, which is kind of the same attitude as the vultures from Fear the Walking Dead. Do they have a point?
But there is a natural cycle to a place like this. And yours is about to run out.
The hilltop has managed to stand after all these years, so we don't think there's anything wrong with a little hope. The next shot is about the 23rd time we've seen Alpha's crotch, so no new info there, just a whole lot of crotch. After that is another repeat shot of Alpha approaching the hilltop's back door, bald-headed and proud. Following that shot are some more repeats from an earlier trailer of Lydia telling Daryl not to mess with her mom, even after their team killed a bunch of whisperers in front of her, so clearly Mommy Dearest is terrifying. Next up is an intense moment with Kelly. It looks like two hilltop members are holding her back. Why? Did she see something terrible like Luke's head? Or could it be to try to rescue Connie? We think it's probably the second option, and that this shot here is where Connie is when the Whisperers approach the hilltop gates. Will they take Connie hostage? Or worse? Tara's face in this shot here is disturbing. She truly looks paralyzed with fear. Is someone dead? Or is she just scared of all the Whisperers rolling up? Maybe Luke and Alden are being held at gunpoint. It's hard to tell. In this shot, Daryl runs towards the hilltop walls with urgency, and we wonder if it's just to meet Alpha at the gates in this shot here or something more unexpected. This next shot appears to be a rando zombie, but in the age of the Whisperers, it's hard to tell for sure. That shot transitions into this one of Yumiko with her bow looking badass. After that is a shot we've seen a bunch of times before of Daryl throwing open the storm doors to the hilltop's jail. Next is a shot of Henry talking to Daryl in a heated moment, which seems to match the end of the sneak peek scene released on The Talking Dead this week. Henry really is gullible. Following that is a tough-looking moment with Kelly and Connie using their slingshots while Cal is in the background. The next shot shows Lydia refusing some water from who is probably Daryl, but then we get the first look at Henry and Lydia's romance as they hold hands through the cell. After that is a shot that we've seen before in the Meet the Whisperers promo of the Whisperers doing the Reservoir Dog Walk. That's it for the new trailer. We can't wait to see what happens this next episode and get a whole lot of answers about the Whisperers. The tension building up to the Whisperer War is palpable.
There will be conflict.
And will continue to rise until the landscape of this show is changed forever. Now we'd like to cover the episode synopses that were allegedly leaked by Digital Spy earlier this week. Digital Spy is a reputable media news website that's been around for about 20 years, so we think these descriptions are legit, but it's hard to tell for sure. There was a false description released in the first half of Season 9, so don't be surprised if one or more of these changes, people. Titled Omega, Episode 10 synopsis reads, "A captive or a refugee? A new arrival at the hilltop opens up about the leader of a group of mask-wearing savages.
Agree to disagree.
A search party sets out on a daring mission to find two missing friends. Obviously, the captive or refugee is Lydia, and the question posed there means we will start to empathize with Lydia as we see her story and realize it's not her fault who her mom is. The search party setting out is obviously to find Alden and Luke, who we know Alpha is now in custody of. The question is, are they both alive? We believe we'll get equal time between the Whisperer's story, Lydia's interrogation, and the search for Luke and Alden. We think the Whisperers won't approach the hilltop until the end of Omega, which leads us to episode 11 titled Bounty. That episode synopsis says, the savage group led by Alpha confronts the hilltop in a harrowing attempt to retrieve her daughter. A supply run for the kingdom turns into a dangerous quest. We think that the hilltop confrontation seen here will turn into a negotiation. As we don't believe there will be any kingdom action in episode 10, it'll be nice to finally see Jerry, Zeke, Carol, and the gang back in action. We do believe this picture, which was reported to be in the mid-season premiere, is actually from this episode, and that the Kingdom crew just might run into Beta, who may be out doing reconnaissance for Alpha. As long as Jerry makes it out alive, we're good. Episode 12 is titled Guardians, and its synopsis reads, while one community struggles to ease tensions that threaten to divide from within, the true nature of another group comes into focus. A mission to rescue a friend has deadly consequences. It's tough to tell which groups the synopsis is referring to, but here's our educated guess. We believe that the Alexandrians will be the community that struggles, as they haven't really been heard from since the mid-season finale, aside from Judith. We think the tensions may come from Gabriel's decision to send Rosita and Eugene out for the water tower mission, along with Eugene's one-sided sexual tension with Rosita, who is with Gabe but pregnant with Sadiq's baby. There's a lot of hurt there, so that's our guess. The true nature of another group could end up being the Whisperers. As we now would have seen their backstory and seen them out in the wild, it makes sense to see their camp or home base and to see more of what they're capable of. The mission to rescue a friend could be any number of people, but we think Henry will follow Lydia, who will be traded back to her people for Alden and Luke. Daryl and possibly others will head out into the Whisperers' territory looking for Henry, and this might be where things start getting ugly. The survivors most likely agreed to not venture into Whisperer territory anymore when Alpha and her goons leave, so doing this will violate their agreement and will probably be what precipitates the pike wall of heads to mark the boundary into the Whisperers' territory. Episode 13 is called Choke Point and confirms that it is Daryl on a rescue mission, as the synopsis says, Daryl's daring rescue mission forces Alpha to unleash a group of her own to retrieve what belongs to her, even if the price is paid in blood. The Kingdom's plans to reunite the communities are put in jeopardy. It seems logical to assume that Daryl goes to get Henry and ends up bringing Lydia back with them, which provokes Alpha to retaliate, as she has to seem strong in front of her people. And yeah, the price will definitely be paid in blood. Thanks, Henry. We believe the reference to the Kingdom is about the fair, which Ezekiel believes will unite the communities, and it's possible the plans are put in jeopardy because Henry is missing and no way Zeke or Carol would do the fair if he was in danger. Episode 14 is appropriately titled Scars. As we have been saying on our channel for a while now, that's when we will learn the story of the X-Scars and get a ton of flashbacks. The synopsis reads, an outsider's arrival forces Alexandria to rehash devastating old wounds. Eye-opening secrets from the past are revealed. Who is this outsider? We believe it's possible the person that is responsible for the X-Scars has somehow returned, and the episode is dealing with that new arrival, whoever it may be, and flashing back to the past for the X-Scars, which reportedly only Daryl and Michonne have. We're dying to find out what happened, and think it's possible the Scars may somehow tie into the Whisperer's story. The penultimate episode of the season is called The Calm Before, and this is obviously where things start getting real bad. The synopsis says, the Fair of the Kingdom is underway, with all four communities coming together in celebration for the first time in years. While some packs are renewed, other deals will come at a much steeper price. We wish the fair didn't have to happen. That steeper price will be the heads of some of our favorite survivors, and we all know it's coming. The season finale is called The Storm, and it hints that the Pike deaths probably happen in episode 15. The synopsis reads, in the aftermath of an overwhelming loss, the communities must brave a ferocious blizzard. As one group deals with an enemy from within, another is forced to make a life or death decision. Oh man, what does this mean? We're really too far out to tell, but obviously the devastating loss is the Pike Wall, or is it some other major death? What's the life or death decision? What blizzard? Do zombies freeze in the snow? So many questions. Thanks so much for watching our videos, everyone. Don't forget to check out the link and instructions in the description for a free chance to win this autographed photo at the end of the month. As always, we're on the lookout for insider info and promo material to help prove or disprove our theories and to come up with better ones. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Binge Rampage. Turn on the notifications button for our channel so you can see our next video as soon as it comes out. And don't forget to subscribe.
Looking good, Eugene.
Sweet sassy Molassy.
Row!